Hi everybody, it's Deborah from peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. Today's video is about puppy training when you have kids. If you have children and you also have a new puppy, it can be beyond challenging. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 different ways that you can get your kids involved with the puppy training. And I'm also going to give you a link in the description box for a free step-by-step tutorial from professional dog trainer Doggy Dan on specifically how to do this. We're going to use that tutorial in today's video to go over some of these key points. I'm also going to have 5 more puppy training free tutorials for you in the description box. I'll tell those to you briefly. The first tutorial is going to be about puppy training for the kids that we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to give you a link to get a step-by-step puppy potty training video series from Doggy Dan. I'm going to give you a step-by-step tutorial on puppy crate training. I'm going to give you a free training called The Ultimate Guide to Training Your Puppy. And in that it has your puppy training schedule, specifically like hour by hour. And it comes with a free printable version of that schedule. I'm going to give you a free tutorial called Setting Your Puppy Up for Success. And I'm going to give you a free tutorial about 5 naughty puppy behaviors that you need to get a hold of right off the bat. We were joined briefly there by my cat named Whiskers looking out the window. I've changed my video streaming location in my house, so I think we're going to see him most of the time in my videos, which I don't mind because he's absolutely beautiful. So sorry for the long intro. I just wanted to tell you what to expect with today's video before we get started. Now, if you have not been here before, my name is Deborah. I own a website called peoplelovinganimals.com, and several times a month I do videos all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats. So if you would like to have this sort of continued help, I would love it if you would subscribe if you're not already. I would love it if you would share the channel with your friends who have a dog or a cat. And if today's video is helpful, please give it a like. It really does help YouTubers when you do that. Now, here is the tutorial that I told you about. This is from the Online Dog Trainer. It's an online dog training website owned by professional dog trainer Doggy Dan, and it's specifically about how to get your kids involved when you're training your new puppy. I'm going to move me over here. Now, like we said, if you have kids and you're trying to train a new puppy, it can be difficult because if you're training a new puppy, you need to be setting firm boundaries. You need to be sticking to a set routine, and when they're going to eat, when they go to the bathroom, when they have to go for their walks. You're going to be strategically rewarding your puppy for good behavior in a very specific way. For training, you're going to be following through with timeouts when your puppy struggles to listen. You're going to be maintaining a calm environment so the puppy can focus. And as I'm reading these, if you have children, you're probably like, yeah, right. It's extremely difficult to accomplish puppy training when you have children, especially if you have small children. Okay, so in the tutorial, Doggy Dan gives some very useful tips, and I'm just going to go over them briefly so that you know what they are, and then I'm going to encourage you to go to this tutorial and read the full tutorial yourself. The first tip is to hold a family meeting, get everybody on board. This is what we're doing. I think one of the most important things with training a dog is that the whole family be on board. You can't have everybody doing their own thing when it comes to training the dog, because especially if it's a young puppy, they're never going to get it. They're never going to understand. So hold a family meeting. Make sure everybody is on the same page. Number 2 is make a rules chart for your child. Now, this would pertain mostly to younger kids, but you may want to even make a list with a teenager. Like, these are the rules about the dog, and you'll see in the tutorial some of those are pretty important. Like how to stay away from the dog when they're eating. If you have a dog or a puppy that tends to be a little aggressive around food, these sorts of things. So you need to put some rules in place for your kids regarding the puppy. And Doggy Dan goes over some of those rules in the tutorial. The third tip is to get your kids excited about helping with dog training. It's kind of like when you have a new baby. Like, for example, when I was born, my sister is 3 years older, and my mother said that my sister thought it was so fun to help with me. She wanted to help change my diapers. She wanted to help feed me. She wanted to help do this. She wanted to help do that. And, you know, it's kind of too advanced when you're thinking about a small child, but it is a fact that people will support that what they participate in. If they're participating in it, they'll support it. It's just kind of a well-known fact that if you get people involved, they're gonna be more excited about the whole thing. So you can do that with little kids. Let them help. You know, maybe your little one, he's always the one that gets to feed the puppy or whatever. Doggy Dan gives some really great ideas here in this tutorial. And number 4 is important. Understand your kids' limits. Again, if you have small children, don't expect them to do things. Don't expect them to understand things. And you kind of have to work around the child and do things in a way that your child can understand when it comes to the process of puppy training. And again, I'm going to encourage you to go in here and read this and get the best advice. I love this picture here. Look at this little girl with this ginormous dog. It's absolutely beautiful. And the 5th tip that he goes over is to do the best you can within your unique circumstances. Now, everybody's circumstances are unique. If you live alone, you're a single parent with kids, or if there's 2 parents in the house, maybe you have elderly parents living with you. Maybe your work schedules are exactly opposite. Maybe your kids are involved in all kinds of after-school activities. You know, it's individual for every single household of how you're going to set up the puppy training. Okay, so I don't want to go on and on with the video going over all these things step by step, but I wanted to give you those 5 tips, and I wanted to give you this free tutorial from Doggy Dan because it really will help if you're someone who's got a new puppy and you have kids. So look in the description box. You're going to see a link for this tutorial. You're going to see a link for the 5 free tutorials that I told you about in the beginning of the video, and you're also going to see a link to Doggy Dan's dog training website if you want to go there and check it out. And you're also going to see a link to subscribe to my Dog Lovers email list. If you would like to subscribe there, I will send you a free puppy training manual as a free gift for subscribing. And then about once a week or so, you will get emails from peoplelovinganimals.com, and it'll be all about the health and care and training of dogs. So I hope that you'll find that to be helpful. So I thank you again so much for watching today's video. I hope that it was helpful. If it was, please go ahead and give it a like. Again, my name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.